Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about Cancer and Capricorn intercepted in a natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, interception occurs when you have 30 degrees, that whole sign, inside a house cusp. And when you have interceptions, the energy is often suppressed, or it can be, I guess you could say, the energy lacks equilibrium and balance. You might have distortion of energy. So if somebody has these signs intercepted, it could be somebody that maybe has difficulty expressing that Cancerian emotional side, that nurturing feeling side of themselves. And the Capricorn is that more of a business, serious-like side. It's undemonstrative. So this person may at times maybe emphasizes that more cool, undemonstrative side, that very serious, business-like side, and doesn't express the Cancerian energy very readily. And maybe at other times this person may express the Cancerian energy, the emotional energy, strongly, and completely loses that, I guess you could say, that more that serious demeanor, that side of the person, that stern, more undemonstrative side. So you could see the vacillation between appearing maybe very feeling one moment and then going completely the opposite and being the antithesis the next. Now, somebody has the interceptions in these signs. Now, for Cancer, they would have Gemini on the cusp that precedes it. Now, Gemini is a very loquacious sign. It's also very versatile. It's multifaceted. Now, with Gemini on that house cusp, the person may be very talkative and really have manifold maybe ideas that are connected with that house, and talks about what they're going to do in terms of that the nature of the house, but may have difficulty following through. And if we look at the sign, we look where Capricorn is intercepted now, they would have Sagittarius on the house cusp that precedes it. So with Sag on that house cusp, the person might have a lot of exuberance, tremendous expansive energy, optimism, and a lot of enthusiasm connected with the matters of that house, and a lot of philosophizing, so to speak, in matters regarding that house. But because Capricorn is the taskmaster, and you have Sagittarius as more of the philosopher, this person may have a lot of philosophies and ideas regarding the nature of that house in relation to his or her own life, but maybe the execution, the actual applying and doing is not there strongly. And we look at the cardinal signs are about initiation and enterprise. They're about initiating things, starting projects. Now, let's take I'll take some examples. Let's take somebody, for example, if they have, let's say they have Capricorn intercepted, let's say in the 6th house, and have Sagittarius on the 6th house cusp. This person might have a very jocular, enthusiastic, expansive attitude regarding work and health related matters, but they might not really, they might have difficulty putting that serious commitment into it and being able to find some kind of maybe an organized, systematic routine, and they may lack pragmatism and practicality in these matters. This person may talk about going on some kind of strong health regime or diet and exercise program, but may have difficulty in perhaps applying the seriousness connected with it. Now, let's take if the person would have Sagittarius on the 6th and Capricorn intercepted in the 6th, then they would have Gemini on the cusp of the 12th house, and they would have Cancer intercepted in the 12th house. Now, if we look at that, that could indicate somebody that talks a lot, maybe has a Gemini voluble tongue regarding their private matters, perhaps what they feel are their inhibitions, their weaknesses and limitations, but may have trouble putting forth the emotional energy into it and that nurturing feeling quality in these matters. Now the 12th house is also associated with self-undoing, and this person that has this might give his or herself self-inflicted wounds, maybe perhaps connected with the inability or strong inability perhaps to really get in touch with that emotional and feeling side, or maybe with the problem may be due to suppressing or holding back their emotions, and this could be perhaps their self-undoing to some degree. Now we'll take another example. Let's take somebody, let's say has, let's say on the 3rd house cusp. Let's say that the person has, let's say they have Gemini on the 3rd house cusp, and Cancer is intercepted in the 3rd. This could be somebody that really just being in its natural placement, Gemini in the 3rd house may be very loquacious and just talk up a storm in general in matters connected just with their general communications, with their siblings, things that are as far as things general, I guess, information, but actually maybe as far as siblings, for example, taking that nurturing quality, that emotional quality, and that care into their, maybe perhaps with siblings if applicable, and things in matters connected with their general communications and maybe the short journeys in their own neighborhood and getting in touch with those people, and they might maybe lack that sensitivity to some degree. Now if you have Capricorn, you would have, if you had Gemini on the cusp of the 3rd house and Cancer intercepted in it, you would also have on the 9th house cusp, you'd have Sagittarius and Capricorn intercepted in it. Now with Sagittarius being on the 9th house cusp in its natural house placement where it's home, and Sagittarius obviously would show a lot of expansiveness, exuberance, and enthusiasm connected with things of abstract thinking, the higher mind, higher education. They're long, as far as taking long journeys. And if you have Capricorn intercepted in it, there might be a lot of philosophizing regarding this, but the action that is needed to take the taskmaster side of the deal might not be there as far as the actual execution of taking this seriously, and the person might not take maybe these matters as seriously as he or she should if Capricorn was intercepted in the 9th house in that example. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Cancer and Capricorn intercepted in a natal chart, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about Leo and Aquarius intercepted in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.